Now, as promised, Darren Farwell of the Farwell Group joins us so we can learn more about investing tax efficiently for our retirement. Good morning, Darren.
Good morning, Marilyn. Well, what I'm going to talk about today fits well with the theme of, being stronger together on teams on your side. I'm going to talk about, tip for getting both spouses involved in family financial planning. At the Farwell Group, we specialize in helping clients generate a regular, reliable, tax-efficient income throughout their retirement. This includes a lot of couples. Of course, we have plenty of single clients planning for a lifetime of income as well. But one of the challenges that's different for couples is that in the very natural and efficient division of labor between the two, one is often interested and involved in investment and planning, financial planning, and one is not. And this was the case for Jack. Jack scheduled a virtual meeting with me because his neighbor had referred him to me. Jack was looking for a new financial advisor because his advisor was not providing the long-term planning he was literally asking for, as Jack said, begging for. During our discussion, I heard Jack say a few times that he was also frustrated because his wife was never involved in any of their meetings, and this worried him. Jack had read the statistic that 70% of widows changed financial advisors within 1 year of the death of their spouse. And Jack recognized that seemed like a really bad time to be making a significant financial decision like that. What the statistic really represents is a failure in the process of advisors in not planning ahead for contingencies that are likely. After all, 90% of women in Canada will at some point in their lives be responsible for their financial decisions themselves. It's simple. In general, women live longer. Jack would like his wife, Joanne, to be more prepared. But how? Joanne was not really keen on attending the investment meetings in the past, and his previous advisor didn't seem concerned about that. First, I assured Jack that this was by no means an uncommon situation. And second, I applauded him for recognizing that it would be in Joanne's best interest, his family's best interest, if we could find some way to connect Jack and Joanne with their planning at some level. So Jack and I discussed some ideas. In an ironic way, the virtual world foisted upon us by COVID has provided the opportunity for more connection because it's much easier and efficient to be part of a meeting and leave. Joanne doesn't have to stay there for the whole meeting. She can just pop in for the parts that are of interest to her. The specific things she might be concerned about, Jack was clear that she wasn't going to be interested in stocks or the stock market or rates of return or asset allocation. And so he reached out after Jack and I talked to find out the kind of things that Joanne might be interested in. And what he found out was Joanne was very interested in Alzheimer's. Her mother had Alzheimer's, and Joanne was worried what would happen if that happened to her. Joanne likes to contribute to the Alzheimer's charity and would actually like to contribute more. She also wants to be sure that their kids can keep the family cottage if they want to. In fact, Joanne is concerned about investments and planning, but in her own way, not the same way as Jack and their other financial advisor. Jack and I decided to respect her approach and change the way he traditionally dealt with financial advisors to incorporate Joanne and her style. If not at every meeting, at least often enough to create a connection with the three of us. That way, when something happens to Jack, she will feel she has a person she can trust to be her guide, who knows her, will listen to her sincerely. So the plan is during our next virtual call, Joanne is going to stop in for 15 minutes to talk about her concern about long-term care. Then probably, she'll leave. It's a good start in getting both spouses involved in the family financial planning. So if you don't have a written plan that talks about contingencies, get one. If your financial advisor isn't getting both of you involved in family discussions, importantly considering some of the unpleasant scenarios, find one that will. Make sure your family is prepared.
Well, it sounds like the philosophy of together you're stronger works. a husband, a wife, and a trusted advisor, and things can go smoothly and plans be made. If someone wants to talk to you about together being stronger, how do we reach you?
Visit us on our website, the Farwell Group, or call 416-863-7501.
Your contact information is on my website, marilyns.ca. And as always, you'll know that the Farwell Group is there for you. Ask your questions, get your answers, and then move forward confident that you've done your best. Thank you, Darren, for that information.